out there in the sensorless TV land. Sensorless TV land. Have a really good show tonight. It's going to be quick and very cool and very good. So you're going to enjoy yourselves immensely. What about you guys? I don't know if you've been looking at the debates at all, but did you guys see Vivek Ramaswamy? I mean, he's not the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's more like Trump, so he's pretty good. He's not great. You know what I'm saying? He's just almost like to the libertarian level where the guy in South America is, that won in Argentina. But, he's pushing it. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to read the book list. He'd be right there. See, read the book list. All of it. So if he did that, he'd be right on. But he was killing everybody else. It was funny. Was it the Christie guy? What the hell is he even doing there, man? That's fat socialist idiots. Fucking needs to get the fuck out. I don't like to call people names, but that guy's dirtbag central, man. Get him out of there. And Haley, another socialist idiot, So, but anyway, Ramsworthy, Ron DeSantis is pretty good. He really needs to read the book list. He's behind Ramaswamy. You know what I'm saying? Vivek Ramaswamy. So, they all, of course, needs to read the book list, but he was smashing everybody. It was funny in the, in the things, but I just thought it was funny. But still they got a ways to go. If I'm 70,000 miles down the road, Vivek's probably 100 miles down the road from most people, and DeSantis is 70 miles down the road, right? And Trump maybe 105 miles down the road, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a long way to go. But anyway. And that leads me to a very important point. The people, when he was smashing people, exposing them for what they are, socialists and everything, and the people who were booing in the audience, those people are the enemy. Those people are evil. They're either pawns of evil people or they're evil themselves. If they understand why they're booing, then they are evil. If they don't, they're just pawns and they're just booing because, whatever, somebody told them that Nikki Haley was good and, of course she's not, and they're following that as a pawn of somebody else. They need just to hit the book list. But if they're booing because they know, because they understand socialism and they are full on socialist, evil. So that's who we're against. That's who we are fighting, those people. And yes, they are in the Republican Party. There's a lot of them in there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of socialists. So read the book list here. Notice there's some new books up there. Another Atlas Shrugged up there on top. You see, there's a couple of them you can see. But anyway, because of the people that were booing, it reminds me of, and this has been happening for the last 150 years. This is a quote, we are not going to be destroyed from without. We're going to be destroyed from within. Let me repeat that. We are not going to be ever destroyed from without. We are going to be destroyed from within. Remember that, because that's going to be important to my main topic today. So, anyway, we've lost the education system to the socialists. Don't send your kids to any school. The only good school, there's one in the country. Happens to be in California, unfortunately. I'm in Florida and I have kids too. But it's in California. It's called the Van Dam Academy. You should look it up, vandamacademy.com. Only one that teaches people to think, not to think critically, because that's only part of thinking, but to think inductively. It's the only one in hierarchically learning from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. I've talked about that before in other programs, but man, that's the only way you can learn. Otherwise you're just dropped in the middle of belief, and you believe everybody in what they say instead of fully understanding for yourself and being able to prove it to yourself. That's knowledge. The other stuff is just belief. You have faith in somebody. I have faith that this guy's telling me something that's true, like socialism's great. Yeah, I like this guy, so socialism's great, right? Fuck no. Read the book list. Think. And don't send your kids to any school, especially college, man. It's just, they're gone. They're 100% socialist. The only reason you should send your kids to college is if they are in mathematics. Mathematics, you can't lie in. In engineering, you can't lie. Things are or they are not in mathematics and engineering. And then I'm not talking about advanced levels of mathematics where they're theoretical mathematics. That's all garbage too. But pretty much everything else, just send them through. Don't send them to get a degree. Just send them in to get what they need to know to go on in their field. Like for example, like physics, they need math. You know what I'm saying? Some basic physics, like Newtonian physics. Stop them short before they get into the garbage science from Kant, or Kantian science, which is the quantum theories. Those are all garbage. We talked about that before. There's a book by David Harriman about using induction in physics, and that's what people don't do today. Most, quantum physicists, they throw out induction like it's stupid. And it's the only way. It's the only way you can learn. That's why there's nothing, zero coming out, quantum anything. Matter of fact, when somebody says, hey, there's quantum something, it's Newtonian. 100%. There's no quantum anything. They always make mistakes. And there can't be quantum anything because it's flawed from the beginning. So when they use Newtonian stuff, like the quantum computers that are coming out, they're Newtonian computers, right? Just using Newtonian physics. As a matter of fact, the entire modern world is Newtonian. So anyway, do not send your kids to school. Because we're being destroyed within, and that's part of the reason why. It's because of the school system. Do not put your kids in school, any school. The socialists have dominated schools for at least 50 years, since I was a kid. I didn't fully understand this. My parents were objectivists, meaning they read this stuff when it first came out in the 40s and 50s and 60s and stuff like that. But I was brought up to be an objectivist, but I never read this stuff. But I understood what socialism was and what a communist was. And there was people in our school teaching us stuff that was completely wrong. I mean, utterly, and it's way worse today. I mean, back then they considered it socialist dominated, but it was. And today it's gone. It's completely gone. Just don't even put your kids in school. I mean, we should just get rid of public school altogether. It never should have been a thing in the first place. Get rid of it, and do homeschools, and look up the Van Damme Academy, and that's what you should be teaching. She's got some homeschooling stuff because you need to pull your kids out of school immediately and start homeschooling immediately. So anyway, let me read you a quote by Ayn Rand. This is very important. Men cannot be enslaved politically until they have been disarmed ideologically. Let me repeat that. Men cannot be enslaved politically until they have been disarmed ideologically, meaning turned into sheep. Selfless. You heard that? Oh, be selfless. Are you selfless? That means no self. You are nobody. You're nothing. That's what selfless means. It means you're a freaking sheep. Don't ever be self. Somebody goes, hey, be selfless. Walk the fuck away from that evil piece of shit, because they are a seriously evil piece of shit, or they're a pawn of an seriously evil piece of shit, like a Soros or somebody. But anyway, one more time. Men cannot be enslaved politically until they have been disarmed ideologically. That's why this thing is here, and that's why I'm freaking trying to get you to read it. Read the book list, www.readthebooklist.com. Go there, start book 1, and start reading. You can just click on it and go to Amazon, get the book, boom, and you're done. Start reading. But anyway, when they are so disarmed, this is her quote going on, when they are so disarmed, it is the victims who take the lead in the process of their own destruction. And that's true. It's called Sanction of the Victim, and you get that in that book right there, Atlas Shrugged. These are all Atlas Shrugs up here. So anyway, and another thing you'll see with socialists, the socialists always accuse everyone of doing exactly what they are already doing, because they do it. Socialists are always accuse everyone of doing exactly what they are already doing because they do it. And because they do it, they think everybody does it. So the first thing they do is accuse you of it. So when they're saying racist, they are racist, obviously. When they say you're stealing elections, it means they've already done it. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? So, and same thing with insurrection. They are doing it right now. And it's just amazing that they're getting away with it. But Read this. The revolution happens here first, not on the streets. It happens here. Once this happens, they're done forever. They cannot ever come back. They cannot gain power. Matter of fact, we will eliminate power, obviously, but they cannot gain power. After we eliminate that power base, nobody can. Over 1,000, 10,000 years or more. As long as everybody reads this. This is a standard for every kid. Starting here in the mortal life. So socialists always accuse everyone of doing exactly what they already doing because they do it. Boom. Stealing is stealing. The way you do it isn't completely irrelevant. So remember, when they say we are destroying democracy, and the socialists are saying, hey, that we are destroying democracy. They don't mean democracy because they don't really understand that very much, and most of them don't. What they mean is socialism. So yeah, we are destroying socialism because it's criminal, it's evil, it's immoral, and we are definitely destroying socialism. Socialists, big time, and it's coming worldwide to your doorstep. Okay, to if you're a socialist out there, neo-socialist, Rhino, whatever you want to call it, it's over. Actually, it's over. Capitalism, freedom, liberty, individualism is back. Matter of fact, capitalism was never here. Like partially here. We're bringing it back. 1%. That's laissez-faire capitalism. When I say capitalism, it just means laissez-faire, totally unrestricted, no regulations, no taxation. Period. Do not get your socialist ass out of the way. Capitalism. Wow, man. Remember I was talking about poison? Pure water versus poison water. Last episode. Pure. You want pure water? You want partially pure water? You want pure capitalism for the same reason. As it is, capitalism is only the result of removing force in human relationships. That means good government will draft laws and they're enforced, especially theft. So that happens, capitalism naturally forms. Just naturally. People get together and they buy and sell stuff. Period. That's it. Simple. They build stuff, buy stuff, sell stuff, etc. And that's it. So anyway, so with all the stuff I said, as of right now, especially that we're not going to be destroyed from without, we're going to be destroyed from within. So how exactly have the mystical, altruistic socialist meaning? This is what it means. This is what altruistic socialist means. The socialist, the fascist, the communist, the communists, basically. And how they've been destroying us from within. Let me add this. And nationalists. If you're a nationalist, you're collectivist too. You're the same. What are you doing? And that, read this, the book list, www.readthebook.com, and understand instead of just believing. Because this is individualism. This country was founded on individualism, not collectivism, not nationalism. I don't care what country goes 100%. Let's say fair, freedom, liberty, capitalism, individualism, 100% all regulation, taxation, the federal banks. If a country does that, I'm there. If you're not there, you're a dummy. You're not very intelligent, because that will be the best country in the world within a year, and within 10 years, it'll be beyond any other country's imagination, and in 30 years, it'll be in Star Trek. Okay, because that's how far advanced they will be from everybody else in the world. And it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not American. I'm American because of the damn ideas it was founded on. That's why. That's why I like America. That's why I think America is great. You know what I'm saying? Because of the ideas. When the ideas are fun, like they're right now, it's not that great. Right now, it's not that great. There's other countries that are even better than. I mean, think about it. Communist China. It's more. When it increases capitalism, it's closer. We're closer to communist China than we were 50 years ago. years ago, we were, even though we were socialists, we were probably 60, 50% socialist. Now, like 85% socialist. Well, that is socialism. Have you seen it? Just look around. Everything just, it's decaying. You go to the grocery store now, it's 2 and sometimes 3 times more expensive. That's socialism. Okay? Capitalism is the opposite. It makes everything cheaper. Under capitalism, eventually food would be free. You know, it would be part of something else. Like, think about, I'm on a computer, you're on a computer. Think about what comes with the operating system package. Everything that's built into it now. And you get free stuff. Especially on Apple. Like an Apple. All the stuff that's built for you to be $23,000. That's all free with the operating system. Not Apple. The operating system is free too. What? $40,000 worth of stuff for free. And that's what would happen to food. Food would just be bundled with something else that you buy on a regular basis. And it's free. And that's what happens under capitalism. So how do the mystical socialists or the fascist, communist, socialist, populist, destroying the internationalists? How do they destroy us? It's I don't hear this real quick. About the country's found. You think about it, it's free and it's life, liberty, life. I mean, your life, individual life, liberty, your individual liberty. It's freedom, your freedom from government control, and pursuit of happiness. That's not. That's your pursuit of happiness as an individual. It's individualism. But it's not true. I don't know. I just want to knock that out of the park so you guys don't understand. So the fascism, communism, socialism, how do they destroy us? So I'm going to read a quick quote from Ayn Rand. It's really good. So how are they doing this? And this is why. So for many decades, the leftists have been propagating false dichotomy. You'll see this. It's true. False dichotomy that the choice confronting the world is only communism or fascism or socialism. It's all socialism. But there's just 2 branches of the different ways they're implemented. So there's only communism or fascism. You see all the socialists today, they're popping up as communists. They're, we're communists, All, for instance, these socialists, he leans towards the communists. So socialism, fascism, which is fascist socialism, which is stupid. Like the same. But anyway, so dictatorship of the left or an alleged dictatorship of the right, because they think, well, here, maybe not, with the possibility of a free society of capitalism dismissed and obliterated as if it had never existed. So they think not of the book as it's capitalism versus socialism. All that's just socialism. It's not right left, it's just socialism. And then there is capitalism. That's the only two. There's only 2 that's ever been is capitalism and socialism. So because this is without force in between relationships, and socialism is with force, forcing people to do bad things, or like being stolen from, or being enslaved. That's what socialism is. All of them are the same thing. Anyway, so think about this. What she said. Some moderates, or some people today, are trying to revive the old World War II vintage. The notion that the 2 political opposites confronting us, the 2 extremes, are fascism versus communism. Now think about this. Today you have communists, which I call themselves socialists. And then you have the Antifa, fascist. That's what they're calling the fascist, racist versus the communists. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to force us in that stupid dichotomy, which is completely wrong. That's why we read the book list. So, 100% you'll be able to smack them intellectually anywhere you meet them, because they cannot stand up to this ever. You meet this and you're done. You're better than any talk show host or political show host, because you will be better than any one of them. Anybody that's on TV, podcasting today, you read the books, you will be better than them. And describing how are we fighting and what's wrong with what they're saying. It's obvious. This is reality. This is what we're talking about. How things are in reality. A is A. Something can't be all green and all blue at the same time. A rock cannot be all blue at the same time. They never change it. This is simple realities which is described. Whereas they're building some in fancy world. And he used to say that about, and actually, it's a long time back. And so this is utopian. And of course, social standing, his perhaps utopian. I'm playing this way, going, you're utopian. No, this is reality. This is nothing that he says it is like 2% rise in capitalism in China, and they're got one of the biggest economies in the world. What? Right. So yes, it would be. Wait, so think about this. Origin of that notion is more shameful than some people who would care publicly. Those people would care publicly to admit. Mussolini came to power by claiming that was the only choice confronting Italy. Hitler came to power claiming that was the only choice confronting Germany. See? So you can idea who's people are. These are like, so they are actually social fascists. It's a matter of record that in Germany, election in 1933, the Communist Party was ordered by its leaders to vote for the Nazis. The explanation that they could later fight Nazis for power, but first they had to help destroy their common enemy, capitalism. In its parliamentary form of government, so they want a social dictatorship. This is why everybody know why. Because pickpockets, socialists, right? The murderers will always matter with pickpockets. That's why I was trying to dictatorship. There's socialists like the icons on here. That's what happens when you create socialist government. It's a big giant power base. The murderers will come in and kill you for it. Kill you. And all the intellectuals that line up in the course, assumptions that they did in Nazi Germany, in Russia, China, in all the places, even down South America, Central America, all that stuff. So anyway, it is more quote, it is obvious what the fundamental issue of fascism versus communism sets up as opposites. Two variants of the exact same political system. I mean, they're only very how to implement their socialism. The same exact, no deviation at all. They're the same thing. You're just coming, one comes at this angle, the other one comes at this angle. And that's it. So anyway, sets up the variants of the same political system. What is possibly considered capitalism, which we now know is, the only system in stone is justice. Capitalism actually is justice. Socialism is what? It's opposite. So that doesn't make it unjust. It's stealing from you, criminal. Or stealing from you first. I mean, kind of stealing and then just like stealing. So anyway, that choice is choice of freedom or dictatorship. To what kind of dictatorship? She wanted. What does she want? No. Freedom. No dictatorship. Period. This establishing dictatorship. This establishing dictatorship is an inevitable fact offering a choice of rulers. The choice according to the points of that fraud is the dictatorship of the rich, fascism, or the dictatorship of the poor, communism. No dictatorship. No dictatorship. Socialism. That's why people are so freaking evil. Right? You get an idea how evil people are? Okay. The frog collapsed in 1940s after World War II, obviously. It is too easily demonstrated that fascism and communism are not opposites, but two rival gangs fighting over the same territory, same territory. But that both are variants of states based on like man is the rightless slave of the state. Man is the rightless slave of the state. Social. That both are socialistic in theory and in practice, and in the explicit statements of the leaders that under both systems the poor are slave and rich are expropriated in favor of the ruling clique. I mean, they steal from everybody. Nobody gets anything. They just go survive. If you're old enough, you see people waiting for days in line for toilet paper, and like 10 people get it, and there's thousands of people in line. And that's for food, it's for everything. So, the fast. And fascism is not a product of the right of the left. The basic issue is not rich versus poor, but man versus the state, or individual rights versus totalitarian government. Which means, this is a direct quote from Ayn Rand, capitalism versus socialism. So read the book. The book is actually capitalism. That's books I read on capitalism. And on the inside, socialism. All of their books are on such. They don't either. So you want to do about socialism, you like, oh my God, this is garbage. And then you read, it's like capitalism. And you go, oh my gosh. This is amazing. Which it is, you know. Anyway, you experience tiny fluctuations and everything explodes. Just think about the 70s. Like, I grew up in the 70s. And I grew up in a small town, small beach town. There were strip malls all over the place. And there were nothing. There was just dirt. We used to go play in there as kids, 8-year-old kids, and think the dirt inside strip malls. They were all over the beach. There were like 10 of them. And you know, incrementally, I mean, the tiny by 1% more towards capitalism. Boom! Everything's to the left. You know, big buildings are being built downtown, all over the country. It's crazy. And then just getting and shut it down. And, you know, it's that cycle. It's also caused by, you know, cycle. You know, printing money. You know, plenty easily. That just throwing extra money into the ones. So capitalism versus socialism. The main characteristic of socialism and communism is public ownership of the means of production, and therefore the abolition of private property. Obviously, the right to property is the right of and use and disposal. In fascism, men retain the semblance of or pretense of private property. The government holds total power over its use and disposal. They can't do anything without permission. It's what regulations of zoning. Yeah, it's the same thing. We're in a fascist state right now. So anyway, on fascism, citizens retain the responsibility of owning property without freedom to act and without any of the advantages of ownership. Under socialism, government officials require all the advantages of ownership without any responsibilities, since they do not hold types of property, but merely the right to use it at least until the next purge. Remember those. In either case, the government officials hold the economic, political, and legal power of life or death over citizens. That's immoral. You basically slave the state. You're caught on the wheel. What's cog worth? Nothing. And that's what they think of you. They compare us to insects. We're like an insect. Like an ant. I'm just an ant. That's what they think of you. You're an insect. Okay? Under both systems, sacrifices involved. Excuse me. honor both systems, sacrifice and vote as a magic, omnipotent solution to any crisis. No sacrifice. No, never, ever sacrifice anything, ever, for any reason. Okay? And the public, it's a omnipotent, only reason, honor both systems, sacrifice and vote as a magic, omnipotent solution to any crisis, and the public good is the altar on which victims are immolated. Sacrifice for the common good, the public good. No, that's not trying to make that an excuse. It's from you. Make you slightly. Okay? But there are differences of emphasis. The social communist access keeps promising to achieve abundance, material comfort, and security. Now, because it's more. For its victims, some indeterminate future. So, the fascist, socialist, Nazi axis scorns material comfort and security, and it keeps extolling some unidentified sort of spiritual duty, service, and conquest necessary to the socialist communist axis offers its victims an alleged social idea. The fascist, socialist, Nazi axis offers nothing but loose talk about some unspecified form of racial or national greatness. Nationalism. Okay. So that's all bullshit. The socialist communist axis proclaims some grandiose second plan, which keeps your body, the fascist, socialist, Nazi axis merely extols leadership. Leadership without purpose, program, direction, the power, and power for power's sake. Remember what happened. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. So that's, remember, powerless. That was powerless. It's the weed. It grows an empty, lie vacant mind. Nothing. That's what powerless is. So anyway, let me read you a quote from freaking Nazi himself. Fellow Nazis and socialists. Each activity in each need of the individual thereby regulated by the party as the representative of the general, but there will be no license of free space in which the individual belongs to himself. This is socialism. He was a socialist. Nazism, fascism is socialism. So he says this is socialism. Not such trifles as the private possession of the means of production. Remember that. On what importance is that? If I remain firmly within the discipline, he cannot escape. Let them own land or factories as much as they please. The decisive factor is that the state, although the party, the state through the party, is supreme over them, regardless whether they are owners or workers. That all that is unessential. Our socialism goes far deeper. Because the people allowed us are unaware of what's really happening to them. They fascinated one or two familiar superficialities, such as possessions, income, and rank, and other outward concepts or conceptions. As long as these are kept intact, they're quite satisfied. Like frogs being important. But in the meantime, they have entered a new relation. A powerful social force has caught them up. They realize they themselves change. Our ownership and income to that. Why? We trouble the socialized banks factories. We socialize human beings. That's Hitler. That's fascism. Socialize human beings. Utterly insidious. Sneaking, disastrously insidious. Incredible. let me read you this last couple quotes here real quick. To the agency of the three new kills. So this is written by, I think this is Herman Rauschning. Oh, everybody. So they see a three new kills: food, the state of trade and industry, and the labor front. The government assumed control of every group of producers and consumers in the country. In accordance with the method of German socialism, the facade of the market economy was retained. All prices, wages, interest rates, however, were fixed by the central authority. Wage price control. Nixon was social yes. They were prices, wages, and interest rates in appearance only. In reality, they were merely determinations of quantity relations in the government's orders. This is socialism in the outward guise of capitalism. In other words, that was fashion. The nation's businessmen retained responsibility to produce and losses. This is what the nation's businessmen retained the responsibility to produce and suffered the losses attendant on failure. Okay. The state determined the purpose and conditions of their production and reaped the benefits directly or indirectly. It expropriated all profits. So they stole completely from the guy. He's expected to do more with nothing. They don't about impossible situations like social now is that they turned everything collapsed. So the natural journey began to go on to the next. They collapsed in 5 years. Second socialism. So when out to Poland, they ripped it off. He sold all the shit, right? Used it, sold it, and then it collapsed again. So the next year, that's why they're doing that. Because he can survive on their own. Wow. Anyway, so the time has passed. Explained the Nazi Minister of Economics. The notion of economic self-seeking and unrestricted use of profits made can be allowed to dominate. The economic system must serve the nation. Nationalism. All right. All you people are nationalists and talk about global socialism. No, it's about individualism. It doesn't matter as long as they have a great government. They have an individualistic government. Liberty, freedom, no objective laws. It doesn't matter. There's one world government. If it's like that for 1,000, it doesn't matter. Okay? It's about individuals, not national efforts. Okay. So I'm saying a top coffee was cried still and fits this and really Nazi support fled the country. As you realize it. Yes, to Hitler's pledges to the poor groups, to public social insurance, the public social insurance budgets were greatly increased, and a variety of welfare funds, programs, agencies, and policies were introduced or expanded, including special provisions for such items as unemployment relief, workmen's compensation, health insurance, pensions, winter health campaigns for the destitute, and the Whites Mothers Service for Indigent Mothers and Children, and the National Socialist People's Welfare Organization. Guys, that was tough. Because people were dying, they're starving to death, in a modern country because of socialism. That's the reason why people starve in a war. It's because of socialism. That's how socialism, capitalism. Anyway, one last quote. During the other years, in order to finance party programs, including the war expenditures, every social group in Germany was more mercilessly exploited and drained. Obviously, okay. Like college salaries and it brings a small business were deliberately held down by government controls, freezes, taxes. Big business was led by taxes and special contributions of every kind and strangled by the bureaucracy. At the same time, the income of the farmers was held down, and there was a desperate flight to cities, where the middle class, especially small tradesmen, were soon in desperate straits, and where workers were forced to labor at low wages for increasingly longer hours, up to 60 or more hours per week. So, everybody's going, hey, let's go to 40 work week and stuff like that here now. But when they take over, those people take over, what's happening? 60 or 80 hours for nothing. That's what happens. Every time. The Nazis defended policies in country. But the Nazis defended policies in country did not rebel, except the Nazi argument. Selfish individuals made me happy. The Nazi said. But what we have established in Germany is the ideal system, socialism. In its Nazi use, the term is not restricted to the theory of economics. It is to be understood in a functional sense. Socialism for the Nazis to know the principles of collectivism as such, and its corollary in every field of human action, including but not limited to economics. So they totally control everybody. To be a socialist, says Goebbels, is to submit to the I to the thou. And there's a book on that. It's actually right here. It's called We the Living. So I have this. Just like move the I, the word, the I, just we. Just that one word. So submit the I to the thou. Socialism sacrificing the individual to the whole. They care about you at all. It's just they don't care about you at all. Socialists do not. They think you're nothing. You're an insect. Who cares if 1,000, 100 million if you die? As long as the state's happy. They don't care. That's all that matters. Like this definition, the Nazis practice what they preach. They practice it at home and then abroad. No one can claim they did not sacrifice enough individuals. The end. And let's put an end to that. Those horrible, disgusting, nasty socialists of every kind are garbage. And it's time for them to go. And how do they go? How do we do it? You read. It's right here. You can do it without this. You cannot ever absolutely 100% never do it without this. Not even libertarians. There's nobody that can do it unless they understand fully what it is. And this is how to do it. What to fight for, what we're fighting for, what the problem is, and how to destroy it, and how to rebuild it. And that's what we have to do once we destroy it. We got to set the proper government. And you don't set it up correctly, it's just going to cycle back and the same thing. That's why this. All right, you guys have a great wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.